because I had to go to Qatar. And
Yes.
enjoy का past tense हो जाएगा अब है enjoyed. Enjoyed है ना past tense. And जब आप कह रहे थे कि मेरे पास still वो अभी भी वो ticket है वो plane का, तो आप कह सकते हैं I still have that flight ticket. I still have that flight ticket.
ठीक है.
And अगर आप कहना चाहते हैं कि मैं पैदल गया था, पद यात्रा आता है, so you can say I went on foot, not by leg, on foot.
Yes.
Yeah, so for example, I traveled from some place to another place on foot. And after getting married, I went there for the first time in 2002. Okay. Yes. So still practice your sentences. Okay. Sometimes, you use some other word. So you have to still do listening. Okay. Try to do some more listening and practice your speaking still. Okay. But very good confidence. Keep your confidence up. Very nice.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So the next person we have is Suman. Yeah. Suman, would you like to start?
Yeah, ma'am. Okay. Okay. So the memorable travel experience which I had was my first international trip to London. So I got that opportunity I got that on-site opportunity from my office to travel to London and stay there for at least 3 months. And I would say that was an amazing experience for me. So, like as a person, I always get fascinated, from that city. I always get fascinated by the beauty of that city when we see in the Bollywood movies. And we were like, okay, what the beautiful city is like when I would get chance to go there. So yes, I got a chance, and I was there at that city. Although that was a first solo trip for me. I never had a solo trip in my life, and the solo trip was outside our country. So it was an amazing experience for me. I was able to connect with myself. I became more confident because I have to do everything by my own. No one is there uh, uh, to whom I know. No, there was no one to whom I know them I have to communicate in their own accent, in their own way. So usually people go to on site to save the money, but in my case, I've spent all the money, to travel and explore the new places. Uh, I really like the city because they are very technology enthusiastic. They are very developed in technology. Although the people who are staying there, they are reserved in nature, but at the same time, they're also friendly and helpful. So initially, when I went there, the climate was very different there because in India we have a different climate. In London we have a different climate. So the first day I remember I was shivering like anything, and my hand became red because it was very cold there. Although it was sunny, but it was very cold. A windy, cold wind was there. So that was my first experience. Then uh, uh, I used to, go to my office in a proper attire, a formal attire. I really liked that. And I used to communicate with the entire business user and the clients. And after that, once I done with my work, I used to, travel on my foot. I love to travel. I love to walk in that city. I, I explore all the different tourist spots like Buckingham Palace, London Eye, Big Ben, and Madame Tussauds, and other places. Like I don't think so I haven't left anything. I tried to explore as much as possible, although it was very expensive, and we have that mind.
Time is up.
Okay. I think it will take a lot of time to explain.
Yeah. No, that's totally all right. It's just that today we are doing a timed activity, right? But fabulous. I think you spoke so well, Suman, and you're using good, descriptive words, using different vocabulary to express yourself appropriately, also in the right context. right?
Maybe I should get, yeah.
Sorry, you were saying something. Go
Maybe
ahead.
I should, yeah, if I get prepared, maybe I should like to convey in a better way. I think in a limited time, I guess.
No, but it's okay. It's not, even if you're able to speak without preparing, that's even better, right? Because impromptu speaking is like, if you can speak on an impromptu basis and speak so well, then that's really great. So absolutely good, not a problem at all. I've just written down a couple of words that you use. Like, I had an amazing experience and fascinated. I have always been fascinated by that city.
Yeah.
That's a nice way, a very good way of expressing your thought. For the pronunciation of opportunity, maybe you can just
Opportunity. Yeah.
Google and listen to the pronunciation of this word.
I usually say opportunity. Is it wrong?
It's slightly different. It's
Okay.
opportunity. So, of course, there's a British and American pronunciation also. So, Google it and listen to whatever you want to go ahead with.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I had never taken a solo trip before that. Before I went on that trip, I had never taken a solo trip before that. So it was
Mm-hmm.
my first solo trip, and that too outside, abroad, or overseas.
Yeah.
And instead of by my own, you can say on my own. I was entirely
Okay.
on my own, right? I had no support, no one to rely on, no
Mm.
familiar person or anything like that. Fabulous. Otherwise, it was really good, Suman. Great job.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going with Sarub next. Sarub?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Good
please
morning.
write my name, ma'am.
Yes, Shweta. I'll add your name right away. Anybody else who wants to add their name here in the list?
Yes, ma'am.
Hafiz, Raji, okay. Anyone else, please let me know quickly. Either raise your hand or unmute and tell me. Okay. So, Sarub, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So I want to share my recent travel experience that was of Sikkim. So when I went to Sikkim, I didn't before going to Sikkim, I didn't think that it was so beautiful. I thought it was like other hill station, but when I went to there, I found it very clean and very peaceful place. No one uh, the people of Sikkim are very disciplined. They don't throw garbage here and there. They don't park cars here and there. And whenever any car is coming, they just side their car. They are not like we want to go first. We don't care about others. They care about each other very much, and because of that only the traffic ratio is very low there. And we went to different towns of Sikkim. Even we went to Natula Pass, and the height of that is 14,000 plus. So where there we can see snowfalls, and we can also see China and India border. And there was as I told, we went different towns. So there was a town called Zuluk. That was a very peaceful place, although the way to reach Zuluk is very dangerous and not very good, and it was zigzag road which looks very beautiful, but and everyone cannot go there. If someone has enough audacity, then only they can go. So but when we reached there, although we faced some problem between traveling to there, but when we reached there, we felt very good, as it was very peaceful and very good place. And it was also a height of 9,500. So we could see clouds going in front of our eyes because of that height. So it was very good and it was very nice. and people of there also very nice. So when we were leaving from there, we were thinking, oh, we could live here for at least stay here for at least 2 to 3 days more. So I think it was a very good experience. That's all, ma'am.
Very nice, Tarun. That was about 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So almost 3 minutes that you were able to speak for. So very nice. Looks like you had a fabulous experience.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, during that on that trip. So I think somewhere towards the start you were trying to say that I had no idea that it was so beautiful. You could say it like that if you want. Instead of saying I didn't
Okay.
think, you could say, I really had no idea or had no clue that Sikkim was such a beautiful or such a gorgeous place. So um, I was amazed when I saw all the beauty
Yes,
and
yes.
all of that, right?
Okay,
And
okay, ma'am.
you were trying to explain that the residents, you could say that they follow traffic rules carefully,
Okay,
or
okay,
maybe
ma'am.
you could say they are very particular about traffic rules,
Okay.
and they drive mindfully. If you want, you can say it like that. They drive mindfully. जैसे आप बोल रहे थे, right? कि अगर कोई सामने से आ रहा है, तो they will not
Yes,
like
yes.
rush and all that. So they are
Okay,
very mindful when they are driving. They are not rash.
okay,
They drive carefully on the road. They follow traffic rules.
okay, ma'am.
Yeah. And then you were saying if someone has the audacity to, you were talking about some place which is very risky, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So audacity is a synonym for, to be daring. जैसे हम कहते हैं ना कोई
Yes, ma'am.
daring या कोई bold है. But
Yes, ma'am.
audacity ज़्यादातर is used, when you're talking about somebody being very bold and arrogant. Like it has a slightly negative connotation when we say, he had the audacity to speak against the leader or something like that. It
Okay,
has a slightly in that sense, it's used in that sense. कि how dare,
okay.
कैसे किया कैसे, जब हम ऐसे बोलते हैं कि उसकी ऐसे हिम्मत कैसे हुई ऐसे करने की,
Yes, ma'am.
तभी हम बोलते हैं, how, he's too audacious, or he has the audacity to do this.
Okay, ma'am.
Maybe in this context, you could say, if someone is daring enough or bold enough,
Okay,
or
okay, ma'am.
someone is willing to take risks,
Okay,
adventurous people and stuff like that.
okay,
You can use those kind of words to describe this experience.
okay, ma'am.
But it was really good, Saurabh. Again, you are able to express yourself without hesitating and stuff like that. So keep up your practice, and
Yes, ma'am.
you're doing quite well, Saurabh.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome. Mahesh, you've raised your hand. Should I add your name to the list? Mahesh, hello. Okay, cool. He's not responding. Sumit, sorry. Sumit,
Hi, good morning, ma'am.
good morning. Do you want to start?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Okay, great. You can go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I would like to share some of my experience regarding my best travel experience ever I have. I have in my till now. So it is related to my. It is related to my that it was actually in 2010 we had a trip. Uh, we means like ma'am, we were going for the industrial training in 2010. I was pursuing graduation, and my friend and me, we were like going for the industrial training to Indore, and it was like my first travel in group, and the place we were going was also new for us. So it was very exciting. We were feeling very excited to go there to enjoy the trip, because the duration duration to reach the destinations was around 35 hours from our place. So it was a long durations. We had around like 2 nights 1 day in train, and all the way, like we were talking about the city, like how will be the city, how was like apart from the training, so what is the plan, and where like we were searching on the like mobile, what is the best like place to visit in Indore, how is the like weather and everything we were searching at that time. So that they were like I have like so many experience, travel experience, but it was the one of the best, like you can say, the bachelor travel I have ever had. So this is the only like uh, this travel experience, best travel experience I can explain right now, ma'am.
All right, cool. So that was the first time you traveled along with your office colleagues, is it?
uh, Actually I was pursuing graduation, ma'am.
Oh,
Like we were like the batchmates only.
okay, okay.
I was not doing any job that time, right?
Right, right. So with your college mates, and it was a group, a big group, I guess.
Not big group, ma'am. Actually, like the college divided our like that the our like that classmate. We
Mhm,
had around like 25, the strength of 25 people. So
mhm,
they divided into four. I think I have remember, yeah, four parts.
mhm,
So we were around like six people
mhm.
traveling together, ma'am. Yes.
Nice, nice,
Indore.
excellent. So it was quite a long journey, and you're saying that you all were checking, you all were looking up different places to visit in Indore.
Right, ma'am. So like
Fabulous.
it was very different, that the experience, like traveling with the college mates, and we like we all were like very good friend also, ma'am, apart from the college.
Hmm.
So that was also the like reason why like I always wish to like travel again with them.
Right,
But now the scenario is different, like most of them, well, most of us got married now, so like it won't be possible.
right. Okay.
Yes.
Right, right. Super. All right. Well, Sumit, that was quite short. So, I don't have anything much to share with you.
Mhm.
Although since you're saying you had not prepared and you still spoke, so that's quite good that you're able to speak on the spot. When you were saying that, हमें 2 दिन, दो रात, एक दिन जो भी है, जितना भी time लगा पहुंचने के
Mhm.
लिए, so you can say it took us 2 nights or whatever, 2 nights or 35 hours to reach our destination by train. Instead of saying in train, you can say by train.
Okay, right.
And instead of saying we were searching for places, you were maybe you were looking on the internet or something, right?
Mhm. Right, ma'am.
And say we were looking up places. We were looking up places to visit in Indore. So looking up means that you were, on the net and you were searching for where to go, what to do, and stuff like that. So you were looking up places to visit in Indore. All
Right.
right. Cool, Sumit. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you.
Okay. Neha. Neha, do you want
Yes,
to?
ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, all.
Morning. Will you be able to try?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay, you can start then.
Uh, Today, I want to share my most memorable travel experience. Um, we went to Kerala in my fourth anniversary. It was a 4 days trip, and it's Kerala is a we all know that Kerala is a God's own country. It's a beautiful place. Anywhere we see like we saw like a greenery. And backwater and so many of Ayurvedic plants. Uh, so that is the specialty of tea trees and specialty of Kerala. And mm, and unfortunately, I met my friend in boat house, and it was a 1 day trip. Anywhere we in my 4 days trip, I did not eat well, but in boat house, food is very good. And in Kerala, rice was so fat, like so. I did not like much, but in boathouse food was very delicious, and we visited many nurseries in there and buy some spices, and they are explained how to how to make a coffee powder and tea powder. That was a good experience to me, and I really don't know white tea, and white tea also there, and it was used for medicine. So on that day, I learned so many things. That's all, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so that was about 2 minutes and 15 seconds or so, Neha. So you had a lovely experience traveling to Kerala, right? On your trip to Kerala.
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. You went for your 4th anniversary.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. When you're saying that, you can say that, I went or I had been to Kerala on a 4th anniversary. And, it has a lot of greenery. You can say that there is a lot of greenery in Kerala. I wanted to understand one thing, Neha. You were saying that you met a friend of yours, right, on the houseboat.
Yes, ma'am.
So, were you saying fortunately or unfortunately? I did not understand that.
Unfortunately, ma'am, I don't know. Actually, she also there in the boathouse.
Acha, 1 minute, okay, Neha. I want to know. Do you know what is the meaning of fortunately and unfortunately?
Unfortunately means suddenly, ma'am.
No.
I don't know.
No, it has a
Meaning.
different meaning, okay, Neha. We have to be very clear on this, all right? So, fortunately means luckily, okay? Fortunately means luckily. For example, I can say, I needed some help. And fortunately, my friend was in the same city. So, luckily, she was in the same city. Opposite of that is unfortunately. Unfortunately, for example, if I want to say that, unfortunately, somebody met with an accident. So it is something bad that happened, unfortunate. When we talk about something bad that happened or something negative, we use the word unfortunately. For example, unfortunately, my sister failed the exam. Okay, so unfortunately means it's a bad thing. It was not a good thing, unfortunately. Okay, so are you clear with this? Fortunately,
Yes.
fortunately means something good, luckily. Okay, you use it for a good situation. Unfortunately, you use for a negative or a bad situation. Okay, if you're saying that, suddenly you met your friend, achanak se, so you say that it was a coincidence.
Okay.
It was a coincidence, like, suddenly, or you can say suddenly not suddenly also. It was a coincidence, or it was a surprise. You can say, I went to Kerala and I went on the houseboat, and surprisingly, I met my friend there. Surprisingly, it was a surprise. Like, you were not expecting it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You were not expecting to meet her there. So, surprisingly, I met her there. Or it was a coincidence. Coincidence means you were there and she also happened to be there. So, it was a coincidence. But not unfortunately, okay? Unfortunately is when you talk about something bad or something negative.
Okay, ma'am.
Clear? Are you clear with the differences of these words?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you also Google it later if you want, check the meaning again, check if there are some other sentences so that you're absolutely clear with it.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Also the pronunciation of food. Food is a long sound. So we don't say food, but we say food. Can you try saying it with me? Food.
Food.
Food, yes. So food has a long sound. Okay, we tend to say food, but it is food. The food was very good. The food was very good. It was delicious. Also, past tense of buy, bought. We bought some things from there, right? We
Yeah.
bought some souvenirs or whatever.
Okay, ma'am.
They explained to us. They explained how to make coffee or filter coffee, whatever it is. They explained it to us. All right. So Neha, you're also doing pretty well, but you got to ensure you focus on certain words and pronunciations. Okay, keep that practice up.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Well,
Ma'am, actually, I don't have much time, ma'am. Actually, I wanted to be speak fluently in English, but my children always disturbing me. That's why I did not put more concentration, ma'am.
all right, Neha. See, all of us have our own situation, right? You can't help it, but whenever you get time, you try to practice. Whatever whenever you're getting time, you try to do whatever you can. Okay, don't worry, don't stress about it. Just keep practicing, keep talking, keep listening, keep doing that. Okay,
Okay,
don't
ma'am.
worry, it's okay. Your kids will be there, they're not going to go anywhere, right? So you have
Yes.
to find a workaround in the middle and try to see what you can do. Yeah,
Oh, okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
you're welcome. Okay, Shagufta, do you want to go next? Shagufta,
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
good morning. All right, you can start.
Today is my first experience. I am going to Hyderabad in flight, and suddenly my ear is very painful. Then I am
Shagufta, one second.
not understand what the matter,
Shagufta,
but
hello.
it is the air pressure, plain air
Shagufta,
pressure.
hello. Shagufta.
Yes, ma'am.
क्या कहना चाहती कि आज आप जा रहे हो प्लेन में? अभी जा रहे हो कि पहले गए
Today
थे?
is my share. Today I will share my first travel experience.
Okay, you can start now.
Yes, I will. I was going to Hyderabad in plane, and only my ear was paining, and it is because the plane air pressure, and it's a very bad experience for me. It was very bad experience, and it's very painful for me. And suddenly the plane was land. um, Plane was land. It's That's all are okay. My pain is not painful. um, it's Hyderabad is very beautiful place, and I love the food like biryani. It's very yummy, and all the Gulkonda forts it looking very wonderful. And film city I'm looking, this is a very big, and it's very fascinated, uh, and it's suddenly rain is coming. I'm not uh, all are uh, raining, and I am standing here. I was standing here, there. It then rain is stop, and then I was visiting everywhere. It's my experience.
All right. So that's it. Do you want to say anything more?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. No problem. That was about 2 minutes that you spoke for, Shagufta.
Yes, ma'am.
And good job. I think you are good. You're confident. You're not hesitating as such. But I really want you to practice your sentences. Pura sentence correctly कैसे बनाना है, Shagufta. You got to practice that. So even when the others are talking, try to listen to them. Try to do some practice on the app so that you can practice your sentences. If possible, Shagufta, you can even write some of your sentences down. बट
Okay, ma'am.
रोज आप प्रैक्टिस करो, चाहे मिरर के सामने खड़े रह के प्रैक्टिस करो या अपने फोन पे आप खुद यू टॉक, कोई टॉपिक लेके आप उस पर बात करो. ट्राई टू प्रैक्टिस स्पीकिंग मोर. ओके शगुफ्ता,
Yes, ma'am. Right, ma'am.
you know the words, you know what you have to say, but when you're saying it, some of the words are like tenses mixed up हो रहे हैं काफी ज्यादा. So you practice that. जैसे
Okay, ma'am.
जब आपने शुरू किया तब आपने बोला टुडे इज माय फ्लाइट टू हैदराबाद और समथिंग, तो मुझे लगा कि आप आज जा रहे हो फ्लाइट में, बट एक्चुअली आप कहना चाह रहे थे कि माय फर्स्ट ट्रैवल एक्सपीरियंस, राइट?
Yes, ma'am.
तो फिर आपने चेंज किया, यू आर यूजिंग द पास्ट टेंस आफ्टर दैट. So you have to remember to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
So try to practice some past tense sentences. कुछ चीज जो हुई है उसके बारे में आप नरेट कैसे करोगे, कैसे किसी को बताओगे उसके बारे में. Try to practice talking about that.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have anyone at home who you can practice with, like any of your children or somebody?
No, ma'am, nobody can speak. Nobody can practice me because all are busy and all are worker.
Working as such. Okay. But if you get a chance to speak to anyone in English for even 5 minutes a day, try to do that also.
Yes, ma'am.
जैसे आप बोल रहे थे ना कि the rain was coming, उसके बजाय आप बोल सकते हो it started raining.
Yes, ma'am.
Started raining, yes. And आप बोल रहे थे कि my ear was hurting, so you can say my ear was hurting or my ear was paining because of the air pressure.
Yes, ma'am.
Then when the flight landed or when the plane landed, my ear was feeling better or I felt better. फिर आप बोल रहे थे फिल्म सिटी के बारे में, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You were saying that film city is a huge area. आप ऐसे बोल सकते हैं. It's a huge area, very vast area. The food is very good. I love the biryani, and I like the Golconda Fort. So you practice making your sentences like that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Shagupta. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, Seema, are you ready to go next, Seema?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So first, So first, I want to say to all, I like to travel, and whenever I travels, so I like to listen to music. So whenever I travel, I keep my earphone with us, and I'm a foodie person. So while traveling, I always enjoy some yummy snacks as this, and I have a best travel experience. It was my college trip. So that time my teachers book a travel for a traveling, and then we were 20 colleagues, college colleagues. I have to go in other state. Yeah, it was a beautiful trip in my life, because there were only 4 boys and 16 girls. So we all girls did a lot of fun together. They all boys were sit. They all boys were used to sit as a girls, and we all girls used to do fun as a boys. So whenever, and it was a winter time, so I took my we all friends took our colorful sweaters and hat, some of the fancy dresses. So the tour was for 3 days, and while traveling I did much fun together. I used to sing a song. Sometime I used to do a dance with together. I used to say, driver, please raise the sound of song. So yeah, it's a tour was very beautiful for me, and it was a very memorable for me. Yeah, I took a camera. That time I haven't any smartphone with us, so I took a camera with us, and I clicked so many pics that time. Still now I have those all memories, those all pics.
So yeah, whenever someone asks to me about my best traveling experience, I recall only this. This my college trip. It was a really amazing and memorable for me. I did much fun with my teacher. My teachers were also very interesting. He also used to fun with us. So that's why I didn't hesitate any time, and I did much fun together. Yeah, ma'am, that's all.
All right, Seema, very nice, very good. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah, so that was about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So good job, Seema. You spoke for quite some time and very good confidence, no hesitation. You've come a long way, Seema, from when you started. It's good to listen to you. I've still written a
Thank
few
you.
things. You're welcome. I've still written a few things for us to kind of
Yeah.
quickly focus on. So, foodie
Ma'am,
person.
I can't see slide.
Can't see. Okay, 1 minute. Wait, if I reshare, I'll
Yeah.
list what I've written. Just give me 1 minute. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, I'll reshare. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yeah, ma'am. Now.
Okay, excellent. So when you're saying that I'm a foodie person, foodie के साथ person
Yeah.
लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है. You can simply say I'm a foodie.
Okay.
I'm a foodie, which is like this term that we've created just for, someone who enjoys food. So I'm a foodie. And the best travel experience I've had was my college trip.
Yeah.
You can say, instead of colleagues, you can say my classmates or my batchmates also.
Yeah.
For college, right? Not office. So you can say my classmates or my batchmates. And we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun together.
Yeah.
You were saying that I used to tell the driver to increase the volume of the music. Increase the volume, not increase the sound. Used to tell him
Yeah.
to increase the volume.
Yeah. I use here raise the sound like this.
Yeah. So instead of that, you can simply say to raise the volume if you want, or increase the volume of the music.
Easy. Yeah.
And that's okay. The rest is all right. Rest is fine. Good, good, Seema.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Shweta, do you want to go next?
Yes, ma'am.
Shweta, yes.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Yeah. So in past, I have visited Udaipur, and it was my most memorable trip because after visiting Udaipur, we had left with time, so we went Mount Abu, and Mount Abu is a very beautiful place and it is situated uh, like uh, like one of the hill station in Rajasthan, and people visit that place. So here I got experience of visiting temples, which was Jain temple, and it was like awe for me after viewing all the uh, building, or I don't know what to say, that temple, because it was made up of white marble, and I didn't had I didn't have that experience earlier. So when I saw that temple, I felt like it is a very awesome place, and I could sit there and I can meditate. All of this stuff I got in my mind. But later on I visited more places like Brahma Kumari. There also first time I got to know about that this type of things are also there in India, and I was not aware of it. So there I saw like there have means they have a big garden in which they have planted apple, oranges, all the fruits. because I have never seen oranges in growing trees. I have not seen that. So for that also I was surprised after looking all those trees, because I have never gone Kashmir, and also I couldn't I couldn't get chance to see apples. And then later on I visited uh, uh, Naki Lake, which is called that it is called like it is an artificial lake, but I'm not much aware about it, that it is artificial or not. But it was a very nice lake, and there we boated, and it was very nice, nice, like I felt very nice that time. And the climate was very good because it was hilly station, and we felt like it is warmer than no, sorry, colder than other places like Udaipur itself. So it was a very nicest, I will say, it was very finest trip in my life. And whenever
Shweta,
people
your
ask, yes,
3 minutes are up.
yes, okay, thank you so much.
Welcome. So good, very nice. Well shared, Shweta. One thing with you is that you don't rush when you speak. You tend to maintain a medium pace. So it's very easy to understand what you say and comprehend what you are saying. So that's good that you don't speak too fast, not too slow. So keep that up. And you're very calm also when you speak. So it's nice to listen to you. I've written a few things, maybe that will help us to make this better. So, for example, in the past, if you're starting your sentence by saying in the past, right? So then
Yes.
you can't say have visited, you'll have to say had visited, because you're talking about a time and an action that is already complete. So you say in the past, I had visited such and such place. If you don't use in the past at all, if you had not used that phrase, then you can say, I want to talk about one of the places that, I have visited. I have visited such and such place. So then you say, I have visited. Okay, but if you're saying in the past, you're indicating the past, right? So I had visited so and so place. And हमारे पास कुछ time बचा था उस दिन या उस समय. So you can say we had some time left. We had some time left, and so we decided to visit Mount Abu. And you were trying to use this word, I was in awe of the place, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can say, I was in awe of whatever place you're talking about. Or you can say, I was left awestruck. I was awestruck. You were like so surprised, and it was so awesome, right? So you were left awestruck when you saw all of these places. I had never seen orange trees or apple trees because I had never been to Kashmir, so it was all really amazing. You can say we went on boat rides. We went on boat rides.
So we can't say, ma'am, we boated there.
No, boated won't make sense. You can say we went boating or we went on boat rides.
Okay.
And hilly area और hill station दो अलग है, मतलब same ही चीज है, but आप hilly station नहीं बोल सकते. या बोले hilly area और या बोले hill station. जो hill station है उसमें y नहीं लगता है, तो hill station. So for example, Mount Abu is a hilly area or Mount Abu is a hill station.
Okay.
Yeah, just these little things, Shweta, we're just refining the little things. Otherwise, you're doing really well. So keep that up.
Thank you.
Welcome. Hafiz, you're going next, yes?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. One of my most memorable travel is that once it was a very long travel. I want to drive for 1200 kilometers. But at that time, actually, I have new car, and first time I want to go for this kind of the long travel, and I am also very exciting and also scared because before I I didn't go for solo solo traveling, but when I have few fear like maybe you see some speed cameras or mobile phone violation cameras catch me and a few fear. And also I'm very excited because it's traveling to going to the Makkah, and I'm very excited. When uh, I am scared before start traveling, but when I was started traveling, at that time I have no fear and I'm very excited. I have a new Sierra. First, I want to drive on 100 speed because it's a new Sierra. Until I'm not completed, it's 1,000 kilometer. At that time, I want to go on 100 speed. 100. I want to drive on 100 kilometer per hour. But after the when I completed 1,000 kilometer, after that I want to go on road speed, and road speed is 140. Yeah, and I will try at that time. I first time I drive on 140, and I will also check okay, how much I drive faster. And at that day, even I drive around 180 kilometer per hour, and it's a very good experience. And also is a more than 10-hour drive. I'll stay 2 3. I am stay. uh, I was staying 2 3 places and take rest, click photos, uh, take pictures, and get rest. And even at that day, when I read at Makkah, at that time I am very tired, or even I'm very excited because he, he, I travel a very long. uh, I'll complete.
Okay,
I'll.
Hafiz, that's your 3 minutes up. All right.
uh,
So yeah, sorry to cut you off there, but good, Hafiz. Good to listen to you talking and expressing yourself. The only thing I want you to really work on now is your past tense. Okay, whenever you're speaking about something that has happened, जो हो चुका है, बीत चुका है, you have to use the past tense, right? So for example, आप बोल रहे थे I am very excited, I am scared. अगर आप ऐसे बोलोगे उसका मतलब है कि अभी आपको डर लग रहा है. I am scared, I am nervous. You have to say I was scared, I was nervous, or I felt scared, right? So
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
your sentences are fine, but then when you are making that one mistake of saying am instead of was, then the beauty of your your speech or your conversation gets affected. So please work on your past tense of you. For example, I had to drive, मुझे drive करना पड़ा 1200 kilometers के लिए. So, it was one of my best travel experiences. I had to drive. It was a long journey. I was very excited. I had never traveled solo before. I had some fears. You were saying that I would get caught or something like that for speeding.
Yes, ma'am.
I was very excited. Then first I was very nervous and I was very scared. But once I started driving, I was not scared anymore. I didn't feel any fear. Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
everywhere you have to use the past tense. I did not, I was not, I was, I had never. So practice that. Uh, I stayed at few places. Stay का past tense हो जाएगा stayed. So
Okay, ma'am.
for some time now, at least this week, what you can do, focus on practicing your past tense. Try to maybe आप record करो अपने आप को on some speaking on some topic, कोई incident के बारे में आप बोल रहे हो कोई चीज के बारे में, and see, listen to your recording and see are you using the past tense correctly. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Can you try doing that?
Yes, ma'am, I will do.
Yeah, please, because you're speaking so well and you're able to express, but your past tense is going all haywire. But otherwise, it's fine. Okay, just practice your past tense.
Okay, ma'am, definitely I do.
Cool. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am.
Welcome. Yes, Raji, are you here? She is not in class. Mahesh,
Yes,
are you?
ma'am.
Oh, you're here. Okay.
Ma'am, hello, ma'am. Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, first of all, thank you for giving me an opportunity. And you have written my name in the last, ma'am. So I got some time to think also. Thanks for that, ma'am.
No problem.
So, ma'am, just one question, ma'am. How will I say, ma'am, I have an eyesight or I have eyesight problem?
I have an eyesight problem.
Hello.
Yeah, you can say I
Hello.
have an eyesight problem.
Ma'am,
Can you hear me?
ma'am, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
you
Yes.
are audible to me. You can say I have an eyesight problem.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, you
So,
can start now, Raji.
yes, ma'am. I would like to share the best. I would like to share best travel memories so far. It's not about any particular exotic place or serene destination. Even it's not about my first ride by plane or by cruise. However, this memory is not less than to cherish. Whenever I go down the memory lane, it always brings a lovely and a pleasant smile on my face. I have an eyesight problem, but when I was in college, that time I could somehow manage to see without lenses or specs. I didn't, I really clearly remember that one day I did not put on my lenses and by mistake I stepped into the wrong bus. Like I did not catch that bus. I wanted to travel somewhere else, but by mistake I stepped into the wrong bus. When the conductor asked me for the pass, I was frantically checking the pass into my bag. After checking, I realized I forgot it at home, and on top of that, I even forgot my wallet. I told the conductor the whole truth. He was quite grind. He told me that you got into the wrong bus. That time automatically I uttered, oh my god, what to do now? Like returning to my place, it's like a mammoth task without a single penny. So the passenger thereupon, in the one who were traveling with me, they were also quite considerate. They gave me some money to return, and they were discussing. She's looking nice, girl. She's looking nice, girl. And I was not ready to accept those money. I was that time I was into collecting different pens. I was telling them, if you want pens, you can keep it. But they did not keep it. They gave me the money, and I got off the bus. The conductor had waited until the next bus came, and finally I heaved a sigh of relief. And in that way, this terrible experience become not only interesting and terrific, but also a memorable one. That's
Very
all.
nice. Very nice, Raji. That was, quite excellent. Some very good vocab, very well described, Raji. I don't really have anything to say. I think maybe just look up the pronunciation of serene. Serene.
Serene. Okay,
Yeah,
ma'am.
serene. Just Google it and listen to it. It's a slightly, even I'm not very sure of the pronunciation, but just listen to it and see
Yeah.
if you are
I guess that yesterday I heard this word, ma'am, in one series, and they were pronouncing serene, serene
correct.
side, serene. So,
Correct, correct.
okay.
I'm also not sure. Just
Okay,
listen
ma'am.
if you want. But it's a lovely word to use. I will also Google it and check what's the exact pronunciation.
Sure.
So you were checking for the past. You were checking for the past in your bag. And I did not want to accept that money, not those money, but that money. Money is uncountable. So we still use the singular pronoun for it.
Yes, ma'am.
So that money. And it became one of the most memorable experiences for me. Became because you're talking about the past.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
But
yes, ma'am.
fabulous, Raji. Very nice. Lovely.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I got chance, like my number was at the end, so I was thinking, how could I put it into the words?
Right, right.
Thanks for that, ma'am.
One, ma'am, really she has expressed in a very good way, and there were means a lot of word which was
Good morning, everyone. I hope I'm audible to all of you. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the class. Good morning, Sukh, Preet, Yogendra, Mithun, Mohammed. Good morning, everyone. So we will wait for a couple of minutes for others to join. And once everyone joins, we will start the session. And in the meantime, if you guys have any questions, any doubts, you can ask me. All right. So we were discussing, okay, thank you. I think your name is Srini, right? Thank you. So all the pro learners, guys, join quickly so that we can start, right?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Krishna Reddy. How are you?
Ma'am, fine, ma'am.
Very nice. Okay, Mahi, I have to learn English and I understand a little bit, but I can't match the words and I can't speak. Spelling mistakes happen a lot. In fact, I want to start from start. I think that is what you are trying to say, Mahi, right? Mahi, I'm going to start with the grammar lessons from, I think I would say August, mid-July or the beginning of August. So you can start watching those videos and we will be starting from the very basics. So I think that will help you a lot in understanding the entire thing. Okay, Mahi? All right, so we were discussing the tenses in the previous class, and if I'm not wrong, then we had discussed the past perfect continuous tense, right? हमने past perfect continuous tense discuss किया था, तो उसी को हम आज करेंगे. We will solve a few exercises based on that. You're most welcome, Mahi. Roshan, you can also join. All the pro learners, guys, join quickly so that we can start, right? Okay, so once we were discussing the past perfect continuous, I think we discussed about the 3 rules of using the past perfect continuous, right? So let us revise the rules once quickly before we move on to the exercise, okay? All right, so what were the 3 rules of using the past perfect continuous? First of all, we discussed the structure of the past perfect continuous, right? हमने structure अच्छे से देख लिया था. It is basically a combination, or we can say a mixture of both the past perfect tense and the past continuous tense, right? So दोनों का mixture है, दोनों का combination है. So it is something like had been going, had been doing, had been eating, had been sleeping, right? So they had been going, she had been sleeping, they had been eating, right? So on and so forth. So this is the basic structure of using the past perfect continuous tense. And we saw variations like negative, then we saw interrogative, and then we also saw negative interrogative, right? And the first rule of using the past perfect continuous tense that we talked about is when an action was happening continuously in the past. The action was happening continuously for some time in the past, and all of a sudden another action interrupts that action. Another action is interrupting that action. Then we are using the past perfect continuous tense to express that action. What are we saying? We are saying I had been teaching in Tokyo when the earthquake hit. I had been teaching in Tokyo when the earthquake hit. So while I was teaching, teaching, all of a sudden the earthquake hit and it interrupted my action of teaching in Tokyo. Okay. Second example, they'd been living in New York before she got the job in Washington, D.C. They'd been living in New York before she got the job in Washington, D.C. And the last one, she had been traveling around Europe when she heard about her mother's illness. Okay, so these are the three that we looked at. The second use of our past perfect continuous is for past durations of time. So when we want to say that an action was being done for a long period of time and it had ended before present, it is not continuous. But if I want to simply say that the action started in the past, it continued for some time, but it ended in the past, then I'm using the past perfect continuous. The example that has been given here is she had been waiting for an hour for him to arrive. She had been waiting for an hour for him to arrive. But if I say she has been waiting for an hour for him to arrive, she has been waiting for an hour for him to arrive, it is present perfect tense. And it means that she started waiting 1 hour ago and she's still waiting. She's still waiting. But if I say she had been waiting for an hour for him to arrive, it means she started waiting in the past, but she's no more waiting. 1 hour is over, she's gone, she's not waiting anymore. Okay, so the action is finished. So this is the difference between present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous. So this is the second use of our past perfect continuous tense. What is the third use? The third is the cause of past result. So when an action has been done for a long time and we are getting an effect or a result out of it in the past, then we are using the past continuous, past perfect continuous. For example, I can say she was very sweaty because she had been running for nearly an hour. She was very sweaty because she had been running for nearly an hour. So this action of running in the past caused the effect, that is she was sweaty in the past. Okay, so when a long action was happening and it creates an action, an effect or a result in the past, we use the past perfect continuous tense. Okay. So we can also use it without a duration of time. For example, he had been feeling unwell, so he went to lay down. He had been feeling unwell, so he went to lay down. So he was feeling unwell for a long period of time. That is the, and what is the effect? That he went to lay down. That is the effect of that long continuous action. Okay, so this is the third rule of using the past perfect continuous tense. Any doubts, any questions still here, guys? Anything that you are not understanding, please ask. Okay, no questions. Chaliye, very nice. I can see Krishna Reddy, Sumit, Sanjay, Roshan, and Raji. Good morning, guys. Yes, Sumit.
Hi, good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, like I have like so many doubts actually between the had using had and like the past perfect, like the simple past, ma'am.
Okay, ask. Yes, definitely. Please ask.
No, actually, whenever like I need to make a frame, like make a sentence with like simple past or I have to use had. I always
Okay.
get confused, ma'am.
So you are confused between using the past perfect tense and the simple past tense, right?
Right. As you taught us in last class, like you were saying, like we have to use past perfect if like there are two or more incident in a one sentence, then
Right.
we first we use like past perfect, then like the simple
Right.
past.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. So let's say, Sumit, you did two things today. Okay. You you
Right.
brushed your teeth and then you combed your hair. Okay, these are the two actions that you did. I'm just giving you a very simple example. First you brushed your teeth, then you combed your hair. So these are the two actions you did in the past, right? Past mein wo ho gaye hai. These actions are finished, completed. But you want to tell me that you did
Right.
one action first and the second action second. So जो first action रहेगा वो हमारा past perfect में रहेगा. You will say I had brushed my teeth, or I had brushed my teeth before I combed my hair. So जो second action है वो simple past में रहेगा, before I combed my hair. But I had brushed my teeth because the first action is in past perfect tense. Is this clear, Sumit?
Hmm.
Then what is the question? Then what is the doubt? Tell me.
But ma'am, like in lots of places or in lots of sentence, I found like they use like simple past. There is no that they are
Yes,
using like
yes, you can use the simple past if the action that will happen first is implied. Look at this example here. Okay. See, someone is saying, I had packed a bag of snacks before I left for the airport. I had packed a bag of snacks before I left for the airport. And they are using the past perfect for the first action and then simple past for the second action. First action is they packed the snack. Second action is they left for airport. Now you tell me, Sumit, if I simply tell you in the simple past tense that I packed a bag of snacks before I left for the airport, will you not understand that first I packed the bag of snacks and then I left for the airport? Of course you will, right? And because we are using before, it is even more clear that of course I am doing the first action, that is before. We are using it before, that is happening first, and whatever we are using after the word before, it is happening second, right? So when logical explanation can express which action is happening first and which one is happening second, you don't really have to use past perfect tense. Then you can simply say I packed a bag of snacks before I left for airport. The person will obviously understand that first action was packing a snack, second action was leaving for airport. So you don't have to use past perfect here, but it should be logically understood. Okay, it should be logically understood.
you got it, ma'am. Right.
Understood, Sumit? Any other doubts, any questions?
Yes, I have, ma'am, but I think this is not related to this tense right now, because I always get confused with I had I had travel somewhere, or I had kind of thing.
Okay,
Good.
I
Like that,
had.
I'll make the
Good morning, Abhay. We are just discussing tenses, Abhay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. Had is a very simple use. Okay, सुमित देखिए
yes,
had कब यूज करते हैं past perfect tense में. For example, I had eaten an apple.
right.
Okay, this is past perfect tense. बिल्कुल past perfect tense है. हमें कैसे पता past perfect tense है? Past perfect tense में हम एक auxiliary यूज करते हैं, auxiliary verb जो होता है had. We use an auxiliary verb in the past perfect tense, that is had. एंड जो सेकंड वर्ब होता है, मेन वर्ब होता है हमारे सेंटेंस का, जो कि एक्शन दर्शाता है या एक्शन वर्ब भी बोलते हैं, ये हमारे किस फॉर्म में होता है? V3 में होता है. V3 मतलब पास्ट पार्टिसिपल फॉर्म में. ओके, पास्ट पार्टिसिपल फॉर्म में. नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ आई टेल यू आई हैव or if I say you have an apple, I tell you, Sumit, have an apple. मेरे पास maybe I have a basket of apples and I am offering you कि Sumit have an apple. And have an apple का मतलब क्या है? यहाँ पे इस
Right.
have का मतलब क्या है? It means eating, right? ये हमारा main verb है यहाँ पे.
Right.
It basically is meaning eating. So इसको light verb भी बोलते हैं. जब कोई word दूसरा meaning लेता है, एक वर्ब जब दूसरा मीनिंग लेता है तो उसको हम लाइट वर्ब भी बोलते हैं. सो दिस मेन वर्ब इज अ लाइट वर्ब जिसका मतलब होता है खाना, ईटिंग. सो यू कैन टेल मी, नो मैम, आई डोंट वांट एनी एप्पल्स बिकॉज आई had an apple before I came. Okay, so what are you saying here? Here the first had is our auxiliary verb. Simple. जो हमने past perfect में auxiliary use किया था वही है. We are using the auxiliary verb. Now the second had is our main verb. What is the main verb here? Have. Have का V3 form होता है had. The third form of have is had. So we have, had. Past participle form of have is had. So here, although the word is repeated, the verb is repeated, it has two different functions. The first verb that we are using is the auxiliary that we always use in the past perfect tense. And the second verb that we are using is the main verb that is also a light verb in the third form. In the third form means the past participle form. That is why the sentence makes complete sense and it is in the past perfect tense. Is this clear, Sumit?
Yes, ma'am. Now it's clear. So
yes.
In another way, we can say like I had eaten, or like instead of had.
Yes, absolutely. You can say I had eaten an apple before I came. But usually we say I had an apple. Okay. Instead of saying eaten, we usually say had. Okay. Is this clear then? Any other doubts, any other questions? Please ask. Okay, no problem.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you so much, Amit. Sorry, Sumit. And yes, Raji, do you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have two questions, ma'am. One related, one not related.
Okay.
So first I'll ask related one.
Okay.
So just now you explained how had, ma'am, had. So how can we say I just have heavy breakfast, or I just had heavy breakfast?
I just had a heavy breakfast. Why will you say I just have a heavy breakfast?
Can we say I just have had heavy breakfast?
Yes.
Recent
yes.
past, ma'am.
I have had a heavy breakfast. Okay. This you can say, or you can say I had a heavy
I just had
breakfast.
a heavy breakfast.
Yesterday या कुछ लगाना पड़ेगा. Okay.
So for like right now, if you are having, like, if someone asked me, would you like to join us for breakfast? So I can't use I just had a heavy breakfast.
Then you will say I have just had a heavy breakfast. Okay. What is the difference, Raji? This one is in present perfect. Right. And the second
this is
one?
Simple past.
Simple past. Right. Absolutely correct. Right. That is the only difference. और तो कोई difference है नहीं.
No, so we can't use the second one, right? In this scenario.
I just had a heavy breakfast.
Yeah.
Not really, but it is very commonly used.
Yes, ma'am. In spoken English, most of the people they use.
Very commonly used. I just had a heavy breakfast. You can definitely say that. No one will consider it as incorrect. But yes, it is. If you see logically, I won't say it is absolutely correct. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. And the first one, can't we say I just have had a heavy breakfast? Just will come before had.
Yes.
I have just had a heavy breakfast. Okay.
You cannot say I just have had a heavy breakfast. You have to say I have just had a.
Okay, ma'am. Just will come before the main verb.
Yes, of course. That is what I was just going to say. That just will come before the main verb. Okay. And you can say this, that I just had a heavy breakfast. Now that is not incorrect. Why? You see, Raji, I told you that whenever we are using spoken English, right, the perfect tenses are usually substituted by simple tenses, and the perfect continuous tenses are usually substituted by simple continuous tenses. This is a very common use when you are doing when you're speaking in English, when you're using spoken English rather than written formal English. Understood? That is why this present perfect is being substituted by simple past, which is a very, very common practice when you are using spoken English. All right,
Okay.
Raji.
Okay, ma'am. And second is, ma'am, it's not related with tenses.
Okay. Yes.
What is the difference and how to use, ma'am, thereon and thereupon?
Thereon and
Yeah,
thereupon.
same word, ma'am.
Even I have to like look at this. Thereon, they stopped going out, and thereupon they were friends. Okay. Thereon and there thereon. What's the difference? Both are adverbs. Okay. On that, upon that, it following that.
I have never known it's adverb, first of all, ma'am. Thereon, thereupon.
Adverb.
Okay.
The meaning of thereon is on that. Okay.
Thereon, on that.
And thereupon, here says following that. Okay, so they are more or less same. Okay, I got it what adverbs they are. These are, I forgot, like therefore we have now. Therefore, hence, those are also adverbs. So these are also those kind of adverbs. I forgot the
Ma'am,
term
how
for the
it is
adverb.
adverb, ma'am? Therefore, hence. It's a conjunction, ma'am. Therefore, hence.
No, they can also be adverbs, right?
How, ma'am? How will we use therefore as an
One
adverb?
second. Therefore, I forgot the name of the adverb. Sorry, yes, it is called a conjunctive adverb. I forgot. Conjunctive adverb. Okay. It is called a conjunctive adverb, like however, therefore, moreover, thus, consequently, furthermore, unfortunately. These are all, in summary, these are all functioning as conjunctive adverbs. All right. So basically, what they do is you will see that these can start kind of like an entire sentence, right, or an entire paragraph even sometimes.
Ma'am, could you please little bit explain this?
Conjunctive adverbs. Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Raji.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, ma'am. Could you please elaborate this one, ma'am? Conjunctive
Yes,
adjective a
definitely,
little bit.
definitely. Conjunctive adverb, not adjective. Okay, conjunctive
Adverb, sorry.
adverb. So you can understand from the name itself that it has both the characteristics of a conjunction and an adverb. Now, basically, how is it is it a conjunction? You can very well understand because it is joining some kind of two forms of sentences or some kind of phrases or clauses, right? So, for example, I can say, I went to the park, therefore I did not go to the gym or whatever, right? So I'm giving a reason why I did not go to the gym, and the reason is that I went to the park. That is the reason that I did not go to the gym. But Raji, you will also see in certain papers and all, if you're writing an essay, एकदम last में हम लिखते हैं ना, therefore I can say that this is the reason. So for example, let's say आपको किसी ने एग्जाम essay लिखने को दिया है peer pressure पे. Write an essay on peer pressure. You write that peer pressure is really bad. People can force you to do certain things. They usually tell you that you have to do this, you have to do that, and then you start smoking, taking drugs, so on and so forth. You write the entire paper. Last में जो conclusion होता है उसमें start करते हैं हम. Therefore, we can say that that peer pressure is a very has a very adverse effect on adolescents whose minds are growing, so on and so forth. But ये जो therefore है, क्या ये किसी sentence को दूसरे sentence से जोड़ रहा है? क्या ये किसी clause को दूसरे clause से जोड़ रहा है? No, we are starting the sentence with therefore. We are saying therefore this is bad and this should be avoided, right? So इसका reason हम दे रहे हैं, पर इसका main part क्या है? जो मतलब रीजन देने के लिए जो सेंटेंस हमें जरूरी है वो कहाँ है? That is the entire paragraph or the entire essay that you have written before this. Okay, and it is starting a new paragraph. It is starting or giving a new reason for all of these things that you have spoken. Okay, so that is why these are called conjunctive adverbs, and they can also function without both the parts of the sentence in one sentence. I don't know if I was able to explain it very well. I will give you examples. Okay. One second.
Okay, ma'am.
A conjunctive adverb is not so common in everyday speech, but occurs frequently in written proses. Very important. Written prose में आप देखेंगे इसका बहुत इस्तेमाल होता है. Especially we used to use this a lot when we were writing answers. And okay, so let me show you the page itself. I hope the screen is visible. Yes.
Not. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. अगर दिख नहीं रहा है तो बताइएगा. Okay, I'll zoom in.
It's visible, ma'am.
Okay. So look at the examples. So यहाँ पे कुछ incorrect examples दिए हैं of using therefore and however and moreover. And यहाँ पर कुछ correct examples दिए गए हैं of how to use them. So because they are conjunctive adverbs, they don't really function as conjunctions. Yes, Manju?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes?
Ma'am, please little zoom the
Okay,
screen.
okay. Yes, yes, sure, sure. I don't know why it's not happening. Usually it happens.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am. Thank you.
Most welcome. So, but इसको हटाए कैसे? Okay, so let's start. So because these are conjunctive adverbs, इनको हम conjunction की तरह पूरी तरीके से use नहीं कर सकते. जैसे कि conjunction हम कैसे use करते हैं? हम comma लगा देते हैं, फिर conjunction लगा देते हैं, then we write the rest of the sentence, right? For example, I wanted to go, but I had some important work to do. So it will come in one entire sentence. उसको फिर अलग करने की जरूरत नहीं है, उसको फिर full stop या फिर semicolon लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है. But for conjunctive adverbs like therefore, moreover, however, you have to use either full stop पता है हमें, or you have to use semicolon. Semicolon क्या होता है? ऊपर एक full stop होता है छोटा सा और नीचे एक comma होता है, इसको हम semicolon बोलते हैं, right? So either you have to use that or you have to use a full stop because these are conjunctive adverbs. For example, watering and feeding new plants is necessary for growth, comma, however, too much water or fertilizer can kill them. This is absolutely incorrect. Okay, ऐसे हम नहीं लिख सकते. हमें क्या करना होगा? यहाँ पे full stop लगाना होगा after growth. ग्रोथ के बाद हमें फुल स्टॉप लगाना है, कॉमा नहीं. वाटरिंग एंड फीडिंग न्यू प्लांट्स इज नेसेसरी फॉर ग्रोथ, फुल स्टॉप. हाउएवर, ये हाउएवर हमारा कैपिटल होगा, कॉमा, टू मच वाटर और फर्टिलाइजर कैन kill them. This is how you are supposed to use conjunctive adverbs. Right. Look at the examples that are given here. देखिए, but के पहले हम कॉमा लगा सकते हैं. That is correct because but is not a conjunctive adverb. What kind of conjunction is but?
First of all, that
coordinating, right?
Coordinating, yes, ma'am.
Coordinating, fanboys, yes. Coordinating conjunction. इसीलिए इसके पहले हम comma लगा सकते हैं. But look at the second two examples. Erica felt as if she might faint from hunger. Full stop. Then, therefore, comma, she decided a trip to McDonald's was necessary. And the second one again, Joyce Carol Oates. What a name. Oates is a novelist, essayist, playwright, and poet. Then they are using a semicolon, full stop plus comma, semicolon बोलते हैं. Semicolon kind of breaks a sentence into two to show us that they can function as separate sentences on their own. So again, semicolon का use कर रहे हैं. Then we are saying, moreover, she is a distinguished scholar. And after moreover, again we are using comma. हर एक conjunctive adverb के बाद हमेशा comma लगाया जाता है. We always use a comma after each and every conjunctive adverb. Okay. Another very interesting thing about conjunctive adverbs is conjunction तो क्यों है हमें पता चल रहा है because it is connecting these two sentences, right? Although not structurally but meaningfully they are connected. हम स्ट्रक्चरली इनको एक सेंटेंस में कनेक्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं, बट मीनिंग इनका कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं इस एडवर्ब के द्वारा, सॉरी इस कंजंक्शन के द्वारा, दैट इज देयरफॉर। बट इसको एडवर्ब क्यों बोला जा रहा है? कैन एनीवन ट्राई एंड गेस इसको एडवर्ब क्यों बोला जा रहा है? What is the function of an adverb? To describe a verb, adjective or another adverb. So यहाँ पर ये किस चीज को डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है, किस चीज के बारे में हमें इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहा है?
The girl who fainted. I guess.
If it is describing the girl, then the girl is noun. Then it should be an
No.
adjective.
Faint, ma'am. It's a verb. She fainted because
She
of
might faint
hunger.
from hunger. No.
Yes.
No. यहाँ पे yes, it is Erika felt is the verb here. As if she might faint from hunger. That is correct. Faint here is also a verb, but it is not the verb of the sentence. It is simply a verb of the phrase that we are using. That is, if she might, as if she might faint from hunger. That is a phrase, okay, that we are using in the clause. That is Erika felt. Erika felt is a clause. As if she might faint from hunger is a phrase.
It describing verb.
Yes, definitely. Therefore, is describing a verb. Which one?
Felt.
No, look at the verb in its sentence. Decided, right? उसी के sentence में जो verb है, उसको देखिए. Decided को describe कर रहा है. How did she decide? Therefore, she decided. When did she decide? Therefore, she decided. How did she decide? Therefore, she decided. This therefore is indicating or modifying the verb that is decided. Understood?
Okay.
समझ में नहीं आ रहा है राजी जी? देखिए, if I simply say Raji, she decided a trip to McDonald's or was necessary or whatever, you say okay. So I am not giving you any reason for why she decided, how she came up with the idea. Nothing. I'm simply telling you that she decided. ये एक हो सकता है. But then I tell you, Erika felt as if she might faint from hunger. Therefore, she decided. Then I'm giving you a little bit extra information about deciding. How did she come to decide about this? Understood? So this verb is being explained or modified by therefore. That is why therefore is being called a conjunctive adverb. Understood, Raji?
Oh. Little bit, yes, ma'am.
Little bit, yes. So it's not very necessary to understand like कि exactly क्यों use हो रहा है, but it is definitely very useful to remember what are conjunctive adverbs and how to use them. Because when you are writing, especially अगर आप बच्चों को सिखाएंगे लिखना, तो essays वगैरह में conjunctive adverbs बहुत use होते हैं, and they are highly appreciated in essays if you are using the correct conjunctive adverbs, right? For example, you will say yes.
That what happened, ma'am. In last session, I came across that word, thereupon or thereon. I was stuck there. What's the correct word? Like I was using in the sense, bus, जो लोग bus में थे, the people on the bus. Ma'am said it simply. Ma'am said, I'll even check the difference. But I wanted to use the people thereon or thereupon. I got stuck.
No, you cannot say that. That is not how you use thereon and thereupon. उसका मतलब ही नहीं है वो. It's like it has got nothing to do with people on a bus or people or any like जैसे on होता है ना, जो preposition on होता है, it is not connected to that. Okay, Raji.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Raji, are you there?
Yeah, ma'am, I'm facing some network issue.
Okay, no problem. What I'm trying to say is thereon or thereupon has nothing to do with getting on something or like preposition on के साथ कोई connection नहीं है. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
On this, देखिए, on that or on this, if we say thereon का definition देखिए यहाँ पे दिया गया है, that on this or on that. This does not mean an object. That or this does not mean an object, right? It means a concept or something of that sort. I'll give you some examples. Let's look at the examples. यहाँ पे देखिए क्या example दिया है. We have studied lepromanthus leprosy. So कोई एक बीमारी है lepromanthus leprosy LL as a human model disease for T cell non. बाप रे, इतना तो बहुत ज़्यादा difficult हो जाएगा. कुछ easy सा देखते हैं, right? The reason for the threshold in the light requirement and the reason for the effect of permanent ions thereon are both obscure. So यहाँ पर See why these examples are so difficult, because these words are mostly used in research papers. Mostly अगर आप essays लिख रहे हैं, research papers लिख रहे हैं, articles लिख रहे हैं, तब आप use करेंगे. On this और on that का मतलब है on this point we can say that. On this point we can say this. Based on this point we can say that this will happen. So I can say something like Shakespeare was a true genius. Thereon we read his works even today, or thereon his works are timeless. Okay. So what am I saying? Based on the fact that Shakespeare was a true genius, we are reading his works. Understood? Thereon
Yes,
has
ma'am.
got nothing to do with the preposition on. It is a conjunctive adverb which is giving us a reason for why this
Yes,
is
ma'am.
happening. Okay, it is explaining why something is happening. Understood?
Clear, ma'am. Yeah,
And
ma'am. I
thereupon,
was taking the literal
yes.
meaning, जो वहाँ
No,
people थे,
बिल्कुल
thereupon.
नहीं.
So it's totally wrong.
Yes, completely wrong. It does not mean that at all. It is a simple adverb which means this. And again, यहाँ पे भी देखिए, thereupon has something like more or less same ही है दोनों का meaning. Upon that or this, again thereon का ही meaning आ रहा है. And on account or in consequence of something. So because of something, if something happens, because of that a consequence we are getting, again we can say thereupon. And immediately, at once, without delay, then again we can say thereupon. For example, thereupon these side effects in the blood coagulating system seems to be called forth by activity of the sympathetic system after vagotomy. जो भी है देखिए, these are very medical terms. I do not understand, but what I can tell you is that thereupon these effects in the blood, मतलब because of this reason or immediately after this, these activities are happening. Okay, understood? So this is the meaning of thereon and thereupon. It has got nothing to do with the prepositions on. Okay, or upon.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome.
Thanks
Yes,
a
any
lot.
other questions? Any other questions? Any other doubts, guys? Always ask, okay? I'll be more than happy to discuss doubts. Chaliye, let's quickly do an exercise of on past perfect continuous and past simple. So you have to decide कि कहाँ पे past perfect continuous लगेगा, कहाँ पे simple past tense लगेगा. All right, so we will start. So I have already told you guys the three basic rules of using the past perfect continuous tense. When an action was happening in the past, interrupted in the past continuous होता है जो action हो रहा था उसके लिए, and the action that is interrupting uses simple past tense. Right? ये थोड़ा सा याद रखिए. I think you'll be able to do it very, very easily. All right. So who wants to start? बताइए. Shall we start with Abhay? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Abhay, बताइए. I dash our for hours, so I was really glad when the bus finally dashed.
Ma'am. I had been waiting for hours, so I was really glad when the bus finally arrived.
Absolutely correct. Very good. Very good, Abhay. बिल्कुल सही. I had been waiting for the bus for hours. Sorry, I has been waiting for the bus for hours. So I was glad. So I was really glad when the bus finally arrived. Right. So the action of waiting was happening for a long time. All of a sudden, the bus arrived and the action interrupted or stopped in the past. Both the actions are in past. Very good. Very good, Abhay. Thank you so much. Yes. After Abhay, we have Soumya. Yes, Soumya, try the second one. Soumya? Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
बताइए. Why dash the baby's face so dirty? He dash chocolate. So we are giving a reason for something happening.
Why did the baby's face so dirty?
Why did B के और भी forms होते हैं Soumya? Think.
No.
Why was?
Right. Why was the baby's face so dirty? Right. Did तो do का form हो गया. Okay. Why was the baby's face so dirty? Very good. So we are asking कि ये क्यों हो रहा था? And you are giving a reason. So what will be the reason?
He had been eating chocolates.
Absolutely correct. He had been eating chocolate. Absolutely correct. So an action was happening, and an outcome comes out of it. A result, an effect comes out of it, both in the past. Right? Very good, Soumya. Thank you so much. Okay, after Soumya, Deepak, would you like to try? Okay, Hafiz, then would you like to try?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Hafiz. बताइए. I dashed John yesterday, but he dashed so he was too tired to chat.
I seen John yesterday.
I had been seeing John yesterday.
1 second, Neha. Please let Hafiz answer. Yes, Hafiz.
Yes, ma'am. I seen John yesterday.
See, this action happened yesterday. एक simple सा action अगर हम बताते हैं कि ये हुआ था past में, उसके साथ एक time frame भी दे रहे हैं, तो हमेशा वो simple past में होता है. Okay, Hafiz.
Okay, ma'am.
So, what will it be?
Saw, ma'am.
Right, I saw John yesterday, but he
has been running. He has been running, so he was too. But he ran.
No, it is correct. He had been running. Had been running. So he was too tired to chat. Right? It was correct. क्या हो रहा है? I saw John yesterday, but he had been running, so he was too tired to chat. ये जो part है, this we are considering it as a simple past sentence. बिल्कुल simple past sentence जैसा होता है, बिल्कुल वैसा है. I saw John yesterday. I ate an apple yesterday. I went to the park yesterday. Simple past tense, right? Yes, and the second part of the sentence starts from here. He had been running, so he was too tired to chat. So he was too tired to chat. Simple past में है. It is giving us the result, the effect. किस चीज का effect? He had been running for a long time. That action was happening for a long time. और result क्या मिल रहा है? That he was too tired to chat. Understood? Hafiz?
Yes,
good. Very good try. Okay. Look at the other questions. I think it will become more clear for you. Thank you so much, Hafiz. Okay, after Hafiz, we have Krishna Reddy. Krishna Reddy, would you like to try?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Krishna Reddy. बताइए.
It had been raining, and the pavement was covered with puddles.
Puddles मतलब क्या होता है? देखेंगे छोटे छोटे गड्ढे हो जाते हैं और उसमें पानी भर जाता है बारिश की वजह से, उसको हम puddle बोलते हैं, right? Okay, Krishna Reddy. Very good. Absolutely correct. Very good. Thank you so much. चलिए, after Krishna Reddy, we have Manju. Manju, would you like to try? Manju, you're not audible. 1 second. हाँ, सुनाई पड़ रहा है. बताइए. When I dash, it was clear she was dash.
My voice is clear right now.
I can hear you barely, Manju, but you can answer. मुझे सुनाई पड़ रहा है.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, बताइए.
When I had been arriving, I was clear the
देखिए मंजू, एक काम हो रहा था. कौन सा काम हो रहा था? वो पास्ट परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूअस में होगा, और दूसरा काम उसके बाद अचानक से हुआ और उस काम को इंटरप्ट किया, वो सिंपल पास्ट में होगा. ये आप डिसाइड कीजिए कि कौन सा काम हो रहा था, फिर दूसरा काम कौन सा हुआ.
when I arrived,
Absolutely.
It was clear the she had been working.
Absolutely correct. Very good, Manju. बिल्कुल सही है, right? Thank you so much. So when I arrived, it was clear she had been working. So she was working. She had been working for a long time. All of a sudden, I arrived and the work was interrupted or the work was somehow disturbed. Okay, so the action that was continuing in the past, past perfect continuous. The action that happened all of a sudden to interrupt it, simple past. Very good, very good. Thank you so much, Manju. Okay, after Manju, we have Neha. Neha, would you like to try? Yes, Neha.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Neha, बताइए. They dash all day, so when we dash, they were exhausted.
They had been studying all day. So
Absolutely correct. They had been studying all day, so when
we met, they were
absolutely correct.
exhausted.
Very good. बिल्कुल सही. Very good, Neha. Absolutely correct. Again, this is showing that an action was happening in the past. They were studying for a long time, and there is a result. There is an outcome of that action, right? Very good, Neha. Thank you so much. Okay, after Neha, we have Raji. Yes?
Ma'am, past perfect we didn't use single sentences.
Past perfect?
Single sentence, here both sentences are there, ma'am. They had been studying all the day, so when we met, they were exhausted. Past perfect, we didn't use in single sentence, only one sentence.
Okay, Neha, I'll answer. I got your question. This is not past perfect tense. First of all, this is past perfect continuous tense. Okay. And your question is that can we use it without showing that another action is interrupting it? Most definitely we can. We can use it in a single sentence, in a single clause. How? By context. It should mean something by context. For example, if I ask you, Neha, why were you so exhausted yesterday? You say, I had been studying all day. So I was exhausted, but you're not answering that. You're not giving the entire sentence. You're simply saying, I had been studying all day. मुझे context से पता चल रहा है. From context, I can understand that you mean that you were exhausted because you had been studying the entire day. Understood, Neha?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good, very good. Thank you so much, Neha.
Thank
Okay,
you.
after Neha, then we have Raji. Yes, Raji, you can answer the next one. The boss dashed to clients on Skype.
The boss had been talking to clients on Skype for hours, so she wanted a break.
Absolutely correct. Again, action happening, creating an effect or a result. Very good, Raji. Okay, thank you so much, Raji. After Raji, we have Roshan. Roshan, would you like to try the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Bataiye, Roshan. I dash coffee all morning. By lunchtime, I dash really strange. See, two different sentences. Yes, Roshan.
I had been drinking coffee all drink.
No, correct, correct. I had been drinking coffee all morning.
By lunchtime, I felt really strong.
Strange, strange, right? I felt really strange. मतलब अजीब लग रहा था. हम बोलते हैं ना कुछ अजीब सा लग रहा था. मतलब उल्टी उल्टी आ रही थी and all that. So that is what it means. I felt really strange. Very good, Roshan. Again, the action was happening in the past of drinking the coffee. What was the result or effect? That they felt strange, right? Very good, Roshan. Thank you so much. Okay, after Roshan, we have Reena. Reena, would you like to try?
Yes, ma'am.
बताइए रीना.
Yes.
Lucy dashed for a new car, so she was really pleased when she dashed one.
Yes, Lucy has been hoping for a new car, so she was.
Has been nahi, Reena. Has been nahi. Past perfect continuous, not present perfect. So had been.
Had been. Yes.
Right.
She had been hoping for a new car, so she was really pleased when she got one.
Absolutely correct. Very good. Again, the action of hoping was happening. All of a sudden, it was interrupted when she got the new car. She stopped hoping. Right now, she has the car. Very good. Very good, Reena. So the sentence is Lucy had been hoping for a new car, so she was really happy. ये भी हमारे simple past में. So she was pleased, really pleased when she got one. Okay. Very good, Reena. Thank you so much.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Ma'am, what is the word for shake karna? You know that hot water bag, during periods
Hot
we use
compressions.
it.
Hot compressions.
So how will you say I had been सेक कर रही थी, continuous सेक कर रही थी, like how will you
I
say
was
that?
doing hot compressions, I think.
No, all day, ma'am. So I
I
had
had
been,
been doing hot compressions all day.
ma'am, doing is the correct word, ma'am,
I
or is
don't
there
really
any?
know doing hoga ya taking hoga, I don't really know. Okay.
I had been taking
It should
hot
be
water
taking.
bath.
Taking hoga? Yes. So
It should
Zishan
be
is saying
taking.
it should be taking. Okay.
That
You
it's a
have
kind
to.
of therapy.
Yes. So you
Not
have to check
treatment.
once. Yes. Taking ho sakta hai. I'm really confused between doing and taking. Okay, Raji.
Taking. And ma'am, after that, we get the weird feeling, like in stomach you will get that very I don't know that feeling, like how to express that.
Tingling. Tingling.
टिंगलिंग मतलब जो लाइक हॉट कंप्रेशंस किस लिए लेते हैं, मतलब बहुत सारे रीजंस हो सकते हैं. इफ यू हैव एन ओल्ड पेन देन यू
Cramps.
टेक हॉट कंप्रेशंस. व्हेन यू हैव अ पिंच्ड नर्व जो होता है ना वो थोड़ा सा दब जाता है, देन आल्सो यू टेक अ हॉट कंप्रेशन बिकॉज यू फील अ टिंगलिंग सेंसेशन थ्रू आउट दैट लाइक अ बॉडी पार्ट वेरेवर द नर्व इज पिंच्ड.
Tingling is like gudgudi, like but
No,
like you
not
feel
really,
very.
not really, not really, Araji. I have herniated disc and I have this tingling sensation in the right hand side of my body. Sometimes I get it. It's so irritating and painful. You have no idea. Sometimes I feel like crying. Dard to alag cheez hota hai, that you're feeling pain. That is different, right? Your mind can process ki dard ho raha hai. But that sensation is like very, very irritating. And I have to take medicines, hot compressions. ये सब करना पड़ता है to like control that. That is also another very important, like what to say, it's not a good thing, it's a bad symptom of certain diseases. So you can say that
Okay.
it is tingling. Okay, but
Some
if you want to
diabetic
say
patients,
yes,
diabetic
Zishan.
patients feel yeah, even diabetic patients,
Okay,
if
this
they
I did
feel
not know. This I
on
did not
their
know.
What,
feet
ma'am?
Yes, diabetic
most of
patients
the
even
time.
they have tingling sensation in their feet, right?
Okay. Yeah,
But
ma'am. So
sometimes
we can,
yes.
for such statement, ma'am, past perfect. I was just thinking I had been taking hot compression all day. That's why I felt tingling, or I
No,
felt
not
I
really.
had.
I don't really understand like what kind of sensation you're talking about here, because
Ma'am,
tingling
see, ma'am.
usually goes away when you're taking hot compressions.
Okay, so it's like, ma'am, you have stomach cramps during periods, ma'am, and you take
Yeah,
hot
cramps. Then you can
compression.
say cramps because I had been having cramps.
No, so after that, ma'am, if you have been taking that hot compression, after that, what kind of feeling you will get in your stomach? What we call to that?
You will feel good. That is all I can say.
No,
I don't know.
no, ma'am, not. Of course, we feel relaxed, relieved, but
Yes.
when you sleep at night, then like you feel very hot and like you, because you have been taking continuously. So like पेट में गरम गरम लगता है, that
I
kind of
don't really know
feeling.
because I don't really take hot compressions on my tummy, but I really don't know what exact word I can supplement in this situation. But yes,
Yeah.
you can say that I feel a little warm. I feel sweaty. You can say because गर्मी लगती है तो sweat होता है. I don't know. I can only go till here. I don't have
Like
any more
in Hindi,
adjectives.
I
Yes.
mostly use the sentence पेट में गरम गोले jump कर रहे हैं, like that.
Okay, so you
So
want to express it in that way. So direct translation तो नहीं होता है, Raji. It's not possible. You can say that my stomach has really heated up. You can say that very easily, right? Or you can say like my entire belly has heated
Raji
up.
wants to watch. Actually, Raji wants translation of pulling.
Gole, yes, I cannot supplement you with translations of gole.
not gole exactly, ma'am. I want a word for that feeling. What I'm not getting the exact word.
You can say, what you can say is my belly is heated up. Okay, see, and what another thing that happens, that another word you can use is contractions, because when we get our periods the uterus is contracting, right? Usko contractions bolte hain. So you can say that I am getting contractions. You can also say that usually baby hote waqt bhi contractions hote hain, but that's a good sign because the baby is trying to come out, but otherwise it just creates pain. Another thing you said, cramp. क्रैम्प बहुत तरीके के हो सकते हैं. यू कैन हैव क्रैम्प्स इन योर यूटरस, यू कैन आल्सो हैव क्रैम्प्स इन योर मसल्स. आप देखेंगे जो लोग बहुत वर्कआउट वगैरह करते हैं कभी कभी क्रैम्प लग जाता है, राइट? नहीं करते हैं तो भी लग जाता है. एंड अनदर थिंग, हम कभी कभी बहुत देर बैठे रहते हैं तो पैर सुन हो जाता है, हिंदी में बोलते हैं. यू कैन से माई फीट इज नम. Okay, NUMB. उसका मतलब
Yes,
होता है कि
ma'am.
सारे sensations चले गए हैं उससे. Okay, so these are certain words that you can use to express certain bodily, I would say, irritations,
Please check this
discomforts.
sentence. I had been taking hot compression all day. That's why my belly got heated up.
Yes, you can say my belly got really warm or heated up.
Belly got really warm. Okay.
Okay, you can say that. This is correct.
Ma'am,
I would say this correct.
I will check exactly word for
Please,
it,
please
ma'am, and
do.
I'll
Please do
share.
and let me know.
Sure, ma'am.
Very nice. Raji always has very, very specific questions. Thank you so much, Raji. Okay, chaliye. Next we have Shagufta. Shagufta, would you like to answer the next one? Okay, then Sudhir, would you like to try?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Sudhir, बताइए. I dash about a holiday in Greece. I couldn't believe it when my husband dash one as a surprise.
I had been dreaming about a holiday in Greece.
Absolutely correct.
When my husband booked one as a surprise.
Very good. Absolutely correct. Right. And very nice surprise indeed. Very nice. Thank you so much, Sudhir. Okay, we have Sumit. Sumit, are you there? Sumit, would you like to answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Sumit, I'll just give you a sentence. Okay.
Right.
I dash prepare for my exams when it got cancelled all of a sudden. Yes, Sumit, please answer this one. I dash for my exams when it got dash all of a sudden. Prepare and cancel.
I had been preparing for my exam when it got cancelled.
Absolutely
All of
correct.
sudden.
Absolutely correct. I had been preparing for my exams when it got cancelled all of a sudden. You can also say I had been preparing for my exams for a long time, right? इतना
Right.
लिखे नहीं है. Right. And Zishan, I'll just give you one more. Or Zishan, you can make a sentence बताइए using past perfect continuous and simple past. Yes, Zishan, would you like to answer? Yes.
Yeah, I've been playing basketball.
Correct. I had been playing basketball.
When I got called.
Very good. When I got a call. Absolutely correct. Very good. So this is interrupting the action, right? Result bhi ho sakta hai, some kind of effect. I had been playing basketball yesterday the entire day, so I did not study. Right? So simple past may we are showing the effect, and in past perfect continuous we are showing the action that was happening. Very good, Zishan. So thank you so much, guys. We will stop here for today. I'll see you guys at 3 today. Okay, 3 baje class hai aaj ek aur. So I'll see you guys at 3. Bye bye. Take
Good afternoon, everyone. Pro learners, quickly join the Zoom meeting. Right, so students, today our topic is आसपास के माहौल का विवरण देना. So what is माहौल? Can someone tell me what do we call माहौल in English? बताइए.
The environment, ma'am.
Environment नहीं होता सुमित. Environment. Yes, we call माहौल environment. Right, very good. So let's start with the first slide.
Wow.
So 2 students, please read.
Yes, ma'am. Did you visit? Is there another one, ma'am?
Krishna,
Yes.
आप first वाला पढ़िए. The other one will other student read. The other dialogue.
Did you visit Neha recently?
Yes, when I went to her place, she was upstairs with her kids.
Oh, how is her new house?
I must say, her house is fabulous.
Are the bedrooms spacious?
Yes, also there is a living room downstairs with a huge window overlooking the garden.
Is it a duplex?
No, it is not. There is a bedroom upstairs and 2 guest rooms.
You used to live in an apartment earlier.
All right, so guys, यहाँ पे हम बात कर having a conversation. So first person is asking, क्या तुम नेहा को मिले recently? Did you visit नेहा recently? मतलब नेहा के घर गए. Visit का मतलब क्या है? Did you visit? person ने क्या बोला? Yes, when I went to her place. Her place मतलब उसके घर. जब मैं उसके घर गया, she was upstairs with her kids. वो अपने बच्चों के साथ ऊपर थी. सो गाइज अपस्टेयर्स क्या होता है? ऊपर वाले जो हमारे फ्लोर्स होते हैं उनके लिए हम अपस्टेयर्स यूज करते हैं. नीचे वाले फ्लोर्स के लिए हम डाउनस्टेयर्स यूज करते हैं. ओके, कहीं पे है. सो अपस्टेयर्स, डाउनस्टेयर्स. ओके, सो शी वाज अपस्टेयर्स विद हर किड्स. Oh, how is her new house? Now the other person is asking, उसका नया घर कैसा है? And the other person replied, I must say her house is fabulous. भाई मानना पड़ेगा उसका घर तो जबरदस्त है. Fabulous. Are the bedrooms spacious? Now, what is the meaning of spacious? If someone can tell me.
Spacious means just large, ma'am. Big size.
Big, we can say space with a lot of space. कोई भी जगह जिसमें बहुत ज्यादा space होता है उसे हम spacious